Welcome back everybody into the recap of day 10 of the FTMO challenge. We are approaching the halfway of the sort of trading days, which usually is around 20. And we're going to see what happened today on a Friday on gold. As you can see, this is the overall price action, and this was the high quality preparation that is basically the trading plan, game plan for the day. So this is done pre-London. It's very early, 2 hours before London Open, 2 hours and a half, just to not to trade but to understand better the. Okay, let's start charting and mapping up the price sensitivity areas on the high time frame, on the lower time frame. As you can see, the blue lines are on the hourly, the yellow the 4 hour, and now these rectangles are basically from the 15, 30 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever. I see that is a clean and clear price action. So as you can see, I already charted up this price action because of these multiple rejections on the left hand side. This is a top being created. Then on the lower side, this is this. I think this is more clear on the 30 minute. I would say 30 minutes is quite clear. Okay, yeah, I can do this. This was basically on the 30 minute for the whole price action, and as you can see, I had a range, possible range to fill if the price goes above, and I have a possible range to fill if the price breaks below. And as you can see, this is how it went. As you can see, during London, which I didn't trade, we had some liquidity grabbed exactly at this previous PSA. As you can see, price never broke below, so there was not even a reason for to think about selling yet. But instead, when you had a clean closure above this previous PSA, there was your entry. This one was also placed. I was at the gym. I was at the gym this morning, and I saw this candle closing, and I placed the sort of back testing buy at the candle close. And as you can see, price always stayed here and then went to fill the full 37 pips of the range that was exactly as planned. So nothing special, but just good to notice these new setups on these time frames. But then we have to see what happened during the whole New York session. As you can see, price stayed here overall for the whole late London, and this is New York Open. I think it's better if we jump back on the 5 minute. As you can see, yes, this New York Open, the very first minutes. Let's see, even on the 1 minute, let's jump. On the 1 minute, as you can see, the price action was very aggressive, but immediately went back. There was no real setup to enter bullish because there were no clear candle closures, especially after this big range. My daily mission after the multiple mistakes that I did, that I made, were wait for the candle closure. So yes, the 5 minute close above, but you know that what I want is especially what I was looking for was, if you are here, I was looking for, okay, I want a lower wick being printed. This very candle is very nice, but what I want is the price to then continue up and even impulsively go above this previous candle. As you can see, also the stop loss was absolutely fine. What I want is just a very nice green candle that goes over there on the, let me use an arrow so that you see exactly one like this, so that the price would have more chance to continue up and fill at least this range on the upside, which was much smaller or similar to this one, I guess. Yeah, 30 pips. But as you can see, due to the fact that this price action didn't happen, not even the very next candles, not even, yeah, this one was looking promising because it was still very weak. Look at the big wicks on the left, on the lower side, but when this candle was starting to close like this, there was no chance to take a buy. So what it actually happened was that I saw this aggressive bearish momentum, and as you know, I started thinking about sells, especially below there, to go fill this range. And as you can see, it was a very aggressive movement. I think also on the 1 minute, it was very aggressive. And what I did was, okay, I saw this, I understood this, and the candle was live here for a few seconds, like around here, and I placed a sell stop over here. What happened was that this one was, there was also the release of a report of the PCE, which was basically as expected, nothing big happening. So I was expecting a sell-off because, I mean, it was not something big for gold to go back high. So when I saw this confirmation from the charts, these candles making the whole range in a few minutes, then I said, okay, I placed a sell stop over there. But what happened was that this 1 minute candle was so strong that it went 20 pips slippage, and my sell stop, instead of getting activated below the previous week, because that was where I wanted it to be placed, I look on the left side of my screen where was the pending order, and 1 second later my pending order, not even pending order, my position was activated at 1853. So I got slipped 20 pips, even more, 20 pips I guess, and with a 20 pips stop loss. What price did then was, I don't know if on the 1 minute it was even, no, it was just 1 minute. Price went back, took me out, and then went back down, as you see, for more pips. As you can see, price then still from here went like 27, but before going down, he went back up 20 pips, took me out, and then that was it. I'm going to show you the picture, and this was the trade loss that I took today. This is absolutely crazy. So this one was where I placed my stop, my buy stop, my sell stop on the broker, got slipped till here. Next 1 minute candle, I think so. It is 1 minute. Yeah, as you can see, got activated there with a big slip, even more. Then got, if you look here, it's absolutely crazy how I got stopped out for the spread, and literally this was my entry. Look where I got stopped out, exactly 20 pips, and right after went back and went to 27 pips of profit. So I think that my trade was not a mistake, because of I wanted to take advantage of the movement below this level. I mean, we created a support and now we are breaking it. So that was a very good trade idea. Executed on it, but I was shocked for the slippage, for whatever happened. I got slipped, then got stopped out, and then got back into my profit. But I was already out. So I closed today with minus 1%, and we are down 3% overall on the whole challenge. As you can see, we are down 300, which is 3%. I took 0.5 lots, but because of yesterday, I said it was over trading, over risky more than over trading, but now it was absolutely what's the word? A conscious decision to risk 1%. And yeah, I don't know. I don't care much more about this challenge. I want to start my own real plan, which is this, starting with 1,000 and growing my real account, and then risking, if I want to risk 1%, it's the real 1%. It's not like if I go down 10%, then I'm off. No, I want to risk my full account, and that's it. And as you can see, this also went all the way back. I was looking to see if, so as a back testing, to see that this price reacted exactly at our PSA. It's not like I didn't know about this PSA. Look how many times it already reacted there. I mean, now this is without the replay, but 1, 2, 3. It was the third time reacting, and I was not on the chart, of course. I was not going to take a trade anymore. But as you can see now, this price is closing above these previous low highs. Even on the 1 minute, is pretty clear. This candle is closing above the old price action that was precedent, and is just going up. So as you can see, then just price retrace all the way back up to this hourly PSA and even more before going back down and then up. As you can see, reaction at the same price level. Same concept was, this is the same. So if you're here, you see that on the left hand side there's clean range, so you take your buy. There's when the price breaks above. On this side, because now we have a support and we're now going through a possible resistance. Now price goes down. A very aggressive entry could have been here. Price is making the top wick and then going bearish below this previous support, and we're going to see it on the 1 minute. I haven't seen it. I'm just looking now for the first time, and goes down. Same here. It creates a support. Then the support is broken with this very candle, which is the first of a new hourly candle. Top wick, very aggressive, breaks below here. This is about, everything is about pending orders or very quick manual entry. As you can see, the same is here. Manual entry or pending order below these previous weeks. 20 pips is above the same candle, and now for sure it goes to at least 10 pips, 20 pips, and then even further down, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see if now the price goes and breaks below here to fill these wicks. Oh no, exactly. As you can see here is the opposite. Now it's reacting at this same PSA. Now, if we break this support, we should have exactly some more price action. Let's see if it continues. Exactly more than 10 pips for sure. As you can see, 15 pips for sure, not the nicest, but I mean, you are very close to a possible support, and this is acting as a support. So after that, the volume died down. Of course, it's a Friday, but these setups are very, very clean. Even here, as you can see, I didn't take this below there because of this huge price sensitivity area. But what I wanted to take advantage of was this 50 pip range that was absolutely easy to take, and I executed on it. I just got slipped, and that's it. I didn't make any further mistake. This one was good. This is good for backtesting because you are noticing, especially this, when you have a rejection, confirmation of rejection, and then breaking below at least 20 pips is always good. Wanted to see on the 1 minute over there, as you can see, you have a creation of a small order block, and when the price breaks below this level and stays below that level, you can enter. Stop loss 15, 17 pips above here, and then as you can see, you get to 26 pips. Here maybe the runner can still be live or either taken out at break even, but at least your 90% is absolutely in profit, and it's absolutely easy to understand. The same here, you have the sort of support double bottom being created, but you don't have enough juice to go up, and you still have a lot of momentum bearish. You see these candle sizes. This candle gets rejected. The very next, and so this one on the 1 minute was not that easy, because you get actually you have, if you have a pending order, this one gets activated and it goes to your small TP in a matter of seconds, then retrace to your entry, and then goes back to 20 pips. So it's very nice to understand these similarities between 5 minutes and 1 minute, because I mean I learned a lot on the 1 minute. I grew up on the 1 minute. It's just that for me it's too noisy to understand for an entry. It's not that easy to say, okay, it breaks below here, it's an entry. For me, on the 5 minute or 15 minute is much more clear, less noise, less. If I have a 4 hour, a 3 hour time frame to trade, it's just 36 bars instead of 180 bars of the 1 minute chart. So okay, so we are already told you that we are down 3%, but let me show you the journaling. Okay, so one trade, I placed a sell order below the previous PSA. I was sort of reviewing it. I wasn't really sure. I moved on the left, but it got activated 20, even 30 pips below my initial spot. I placed it anyway. There was already my stop loss, but price went back 20 pips right before going down furthermore. That was absolutely shocking. This is absolutely crazy, especially with the big spread that FTMO has. This is another reason why I want to go to IC market again, because of the spread on gold is much less, and I cannot scalp 10 pips if I have 2 pips on the side of spread and 2 pips on the other side. It doesn't make sense that I have to, that I buy, I mean, that I get stopped out 2 pips above the actual candle close, candle, the top of the candle, as you can see, and it gets activated 2 pips less. It doesn't make sense. If I show you yesterday's, here, look, gets activated there. Gets active. I mean, there's no, it's not what, look here, this one I wanted to show you. This one got activated 2 pips above. Doesn't make sense. If I can get 1 pip, 1.5 pips, it's much better. And as I was saying, okay, price closed below PSA, very aggressive bearish momentum. What should I have done was probably waiting for more. The problem is that I entered like 1 minute after the news, and that's not good. Probably waiting for more minutes after the news, or even not trading the news. That's because of this possible slippage. But I mean, was not like this whole candle was strong, as you can see, and up until that minute over here, the candle were not big. So it was just this candle that boom, just went straight down. So it was not even, I mean, I don't feel guilty or completely wrong about this trade. But at first I felt shocked, confused, and what the fuck. But at least the trade there was good and below the PSA, deliberately using a 1% risk. So not issue for that. Maybe I should have taken a manual entry because it stayed, if I'm not mistaken, it stayed a few seconds here. So I could have taken it, but I mean, I don't have that confidence yet. And okay, now that I'm journaling, I understand that I did not anything wrong. The idea was as planned and executed when momentum was strong in the direction. Yes, I might say that stop loss hit before going back was unlucky, but it is what it is. It is important to understand what I could do better next time, possibly a better understanding of the live entries versus pending orders. So maybe in this case where, okay, I have to acknowledge that the volume is strong, the momentum is strong, I can just take a manual entry, click, instead of placing a pending order. But I think this trade was not bad. I still think about it. I lost, yes, but it was not an issue. I'm actually feeling much better the more I see and I look at it, because guess if I didn't take the trade, I waited for a candle to close. If I waited for this 5-minute candle to close, would it not make sense, because of I would not be understanding the momentum, the volume. Instead, I took it here, and that's absolutely fine, because I means that I understood the momentum, I understood that the price action was strong, was in this side, and I was not like, okay, let me place it here. No, and I didn't even take further entries. It's not like I see this candle, so I feel FOMO, and I enter a sell over there. No, there's too much. We are reacting at a PSA, just, and it's not like the fundamentals were strongly against gold. It was really neutral. So I'm not saying that this was expected, but I was not expecting necessarily price to continue down. So very good in a few things and very unlucky in other. Unlucky is just, I mean, okay, this was not the perfect timing, but it is what it is. This is a quote that I heard today afterwards, after doing some backtesting with Raja streams. There are only two ways in which I can lose money: over trading and over risking. That's why I protect myself by taking 1 or 2 trades a day. So today I only took 1% loss. I mean, if it wasn't, as you can see, 1%, 20 pips, absolutely as planned. It's not absolutely nothing special. If it was my account, how the reactions are perfect over there. It's not like if I use my account and I lose 1%, it's absolutely fine. So it's big just only because it's FTMO challenge and there's a 10% range of loss and win. So it's not an issue. I will do it on my account without any problem. And furthermore, yeah, okay, yeah, I was saying that this, I'm not over risking, I'm not over trading. I just took one trade and that was it. So the usual CSA, trade review done, missed opportunities backtested. Why did I miss them? Was outside of my trading range, trading session, so I had to respect my trading session. Did anything completely unexpected happen? Yes. Was it a slippage? But I mean, how did I react? I couldn't do anything because it was slipped over there. I had my stop loss in place, so it's not like I didn't have, or did I took something completely wrong. So was really just unlucky that the price went back to my entry. What were the main fears experienced today? No fears, I would say. Or if I had, I could diffuse from them. Any thoughts? No. What and why trading some points were absolutely the understanding of the momentum and the shift, the understanding that the price was not going to be bullish anymore. So the shift in the bias with the strong momentum and the understanding of the fundamentals, because the fundamentals showed that the PC was not in any way shocking. And if it's not shocking the market, I can expect that this pricing in, bullish pricing in from yesterday, could have been corrected. That's just that this trade was unlucky. That's it. Absolutely. I still think about it in this way. I trading limitation, possibly I would say that I was not staying in the chart to take this possible correction, which I was aware of. I was aware of this possible correction. If even either the first candle or the next candles, I was aware of this possibility on gold because I saw it happen multiple times and it was reacting at a specific PSA. It was not reacting randomly in the middle of the range. So I probably could have taken this trade, but it's absolutely fine not to take it. But it's still a limitation because I could have taken the second trade of the day. So that's it. What steps can I take based on what I've learned? This can be to better understanding live entries. some live manual entries, and understanding that when the price is so volatile and the momentum is so strong, can be that the price will slip. I don't know if it happened also on IC markets or other brokers, but on FTMO it happened and it was not pleasant to get slipped 20-30 pips when your TP is, the partial TP is 10 pips. So it's a free win that you lose. So if I took a manual entry 1 second earlier, I would be absolutely fine and in a huge profit. What have I learned about myself? Okay, this is quite tricky. Now I will talk about it. Daily mission respected, absolutely yes. I wanted to wait for candle closures, not rushing. So this showed up without in the not taking any pending order above here, even though in this case would have gone to like 10, 14 pips, yes, but I didn't take any trade that was like this. I waited for a big candle confirmation to close, and then I was waiting for the retest. So absolutely fine with this. Yes, this candle was strong. This setup didn't need the candle to close, so absolutely respecting it. And I wanted to show you, okay, what I learned about myself is that I'm sick. This journey, forget about it. After this FTMO challenge, as I showed you here, I'm sorry that is completely white. I'm sorry for you. I'm going to grind up my account. I will choose if doing like from 1k to 10k, possibly, hopefully, with 2% risk or 1%, which is much slower, but as you can see, starting from 0.05 with 20 pips maximum stop loss. Let's see, but I want to use my account because if I want to have a 1% risk, it has to be 1%. If I take a 1% now, it's like a 10%. So if I take a 1% trade, this 100 euros is actually 10% of what I can lose of this 10k. So it's not good for me. I don't like it. And I want to start the real trading on a real broker. IC markets, I already have the account and grind it from there without a time frame. I understood that I can trade not profitably, but consistently. So I'm not over trading, I'm not over risking. I understand a little bit of the markets. I just have to grind it out, and I don't need the 30 days time frame walls that I needed at the first times in March, and now I need my own freedom of the of my own account. And furthermore, yeah, I just wanted to show you what I did afterwards. Of course, I don't just leave the chart and go drink or anything. So I went from 19th of April of 2021. This is my deliberate practice schedule that I do. Let me show you what I do. What is my method? So let's go to April here. Now I show you. Okay, let's see. Yeah, you see, I go here and I go in April. If it's loading, I go to April, and what I do is, okay, at first I open the soft F4X, I do the backtesting of the London of the day. So I see that the price is closing above here, so I take a buy at the candle close, not even when the candle retraces and goes back up. So I take 10 pips, then I take partials, and I take I do my own back testing of the day. As you can see, pending entry, then I took this cell below the support, and then I think, okay, but if I take it, where would I place the stop loss? No clue, I don't have idea. But then what I do is I go to the live stream of that day, 19th of April, and I see that it says, okay, I will place the stop loss above this current candle. So, okay, now I know. Scary price action, but there's the full TP. Yeah, only two ways that I can lose. This the day that they told about it, that it said, this is it. I will do it up until the 2022. This is a lot, but it's a lot of deliberate practice that I can do, especially with this system of first I simulate, and then I see with the feedback of what he did and what he said during the live stream. Because as you can see, this trade, yes, I took it on my own, and then he took it as well during the live session. So this is how I do it, and I think it's going to be very, very useful for me. And the more I do it, the more I start to see these setups of, okay, now yes, this switch might happen because of we are breaking a support. Why now I've ingrained in my head, okay, support is what I mean, has to break a support. It's not like I sell here, there's no support broken. Maybe here this support is broken, but this price action is very close. So when the price closes below, candle close, as you can see, candle close, where is it? Candle close, the next one makes a top wick and then travels below. That's my entry. So this is absolutely nice. Very, very good, and advise you to do the same. And I take some ins, some candle close above, the next candle has to break the lows, blah, blah, blah. Local. I take tips from, I'm doing it from the 1st of April 2021. So I advise you to do the same. But this is it, guys, for day 10. I will see you on Monday.